morning. What's your full name?
Good morning, my full name is Wildan Nurdiansyah Padilla, but most people usually call me Wildan.
Can I see your identification, please?
Sure, here it is.
Thank you. Let's talk about emotion. How do you usually deal with stress?
When I feel stressed, I usually make a short break and step away from the situation for a moment. I like to listen to calming music, go for a walk, or simply breathe deeply to clear my mind. Sometimes I write down what I am feeling because it helps me understand the problem better. The small activities make it easier for me to regain focus and stay calm.
Do you think you are good at managing your emotion?
I think I am getting better at it in the face. I often reacted quickly to think without thinking, but now I try to pause before responding. I remind myself not to let temporary emotion control my action. I'm still learning, but I feel more aware and more capably of handling my feeling in a healthy way.
Who do you usually talk to when you feel strong emotion?
I usually talk to one of my close friend. I feel comfortable sharing my understand my personality, and they listen without judging. Talking to a friend helps me calm down and think more clearly whenever my emotion get too strong.
What do you do to stay emotionally healthy?
Uh, to to stay emotional healthy, I try to balance my activities. I make time for rest, hobbies, and exercise. I also stay connected with people I trust and avoid giving problem to myself for too long. Most important, I try to maintain a positive routine so my emotions stay stable.
Describe an event that show up your emotional state and you need to care of it when it happened.
This emotional experience happened about 3 years ago during a very difficult period in my life.
What followed it?
At that time, several things happened one after another. First, my grandmother passed away, and it was a huge shock because I was very close to her. Not long after that, my grandfather also passed away, which made the emotional impact even heavier. I was still trying to cope with both losses when I decided to confess my feelings to a girl that I really liked. Unfortunately, she rejected me, even though she responded voluntarily. It still hurts because it happened right when I was already emotionally fragile.
What you did to improve your emotional state?
Uh, to take care of my emotional state, I gave myself time to slow down and heal. I tried to maintain simply routines such as getting enough rest and staying busy with activities that keep my mind occupied. I also avoided social media for a while because I needed some quiet space. Spending time alone helped me process everything more clearly, and little by little, I began to feel calmer.
What you learned from this experience?
From that experience, I learned that difficult moments can come all at once, and it's okay to feel overwhelmed. I realized that healing takes time, and it's important to be patient with myself. I also learned that emotional strength grows when we face challenges, even when the situation don't go the way we hope. Overall, the whole experience made me more mature and more aware of how important emotional well-being is.
How important is emotional health compared to physical health?
Emotional health is just as important as physical health because both are connected. When someone is emotionally unstable, it can affect their physical condition, such as cursing, headaches, lack of sleep, or loss of appetite. Meanwhile, people with good emotional health tend to make healthier decisions and manage stress better. So I believe they should be treated equally.
Why do some people find it difficult to express their emotion?
Some people struggle to express emotion because they are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Others grow up in environments where showing emotion was seen as a weakness. There are also people who simply don't have the vocabulary to describe how they feel, so they prefer to keep everything inside.
Do you think school need to teach emotional intelligence?
Yes, I strongly believe schools should teach emotional intelligence. Students need to learn how to manage stress, resolve conflict, and understand the feelings of others. These skills are essential not only for academic life but also for their future careers and relationships.
How does social media affect on people's emotional well-being?
Social media has both positive and negative effect. On the positive side, it helps people connect and find support. But on the negative side, it often creates pressure, comparison, and unrealistic expectation. Many people feel insecure when they compare their lives to what they see online. That's why social media needs to be used mindfully to protect emotional well being. Thank you.